Today we are going to audit a business by Priya Malhotra, but the business idea by Priya Malhotra. And let us check out what are the parameters given. So, Miss Priya Malhotra is from Delhi NCR. Her company's name is Vastu Vibe Sanctum. The name is good, it is strong. Age 29, that's good. Early start. Industry is luxury home wellness and energy alignment. Okay. So, luxury home is a different segment, and wellness, like home wellness and energy alignment, is a different segment. If you only do it for luxury customers, definitely have that in your marketing, but do not include that in your industry description. Now, the tagline is Vastu aligned home sanctification rituals using rare Indian attars, sound healing, crystals for real estate developers, and HNIs. Okay. So, first things first, this says rituals. So, are you only doing rituals or are you also doing the actual Vastu part? Because Vastu is the science part and rituals are something which are very specific to maybe after the development happens or during the development. So, when the foundation is laid down, that is when the crystals are required. And if you're doing it for real estate developers, then that's a different category. And for HNIs, it's a different category. So here you have mixed five different categories into one. So please understand that is something that you have to work on. How do you define your segment? How do you define what partnerships that you get into? Okay. Now, next we'll get into that. Current stage in traction is 14 months old. Okay. That's good. Developer partnerships is in pilot. Three developer partnerships in pilot. Okay. 11 private homes sanctifications completed. Okay. 48 lakh rupees revenue, which is a good number considering you just had 11 private home sanctifications, because 48 lakh rupees revenue in 11 houses technically means, hi Gabriel. So it technically means that you have an average of 9 lakh rupees revenue per house, which is a good thing. Okay. But 48 lakh rupees revenue, again we are talking about revenue. Please define your profits separately because we do not want to mix both of them. And high repeat and referral rate, this is a good sign. You're already having a high repeat rates, which is a very good indicator. Now your core challenges are market education gap. Many see it as too spiritual or woo woo for luxury segment. Okay, this I'll just break it down for you. There is no education gap, it's a culture gap. Okay, so people have belief systems. If you are dealing with too spiritual kind of a thing, that is a cultural gap. So you're targeting and then trying to educate them and then giving them the results. For luxury people, the problem is that they're already successful. Okay, Vastu consultation is done for people who want to become successful, sometimes get rid of illnesses and ailments and all those things. So these are two different areas. If you get into doing it for people who have the pre-existing belief system, then that is easier for you. But if you are fighting with this, obviously, because luxury people will not believe in Indian athas and sound healing, so that is somewhere you'll struggle a lot. Like absolutely. And it is woo woo for luxury segment. I don't know who told you this, but yeah, it is a woo woo science for luxury segment because most of them already have money. They are not into it. Hello, sir. Full mask. Oh, full mask Mark. Okay, hi. Welcome to the live stream. Hello. That is the first one. The second is pricing and packaging inconsistent, hard to scale beyond founder led delivery. That is true because, yes, Vastu, unless you turn it into an automated system, this will remain a problem. Okay, if you are going around giving the consultations, this is going to remain a problem. So, pricing and packaging inconsistent, obviously. So, you have to have some sort of uniformity across the board. Lead generation relies heavily on personal network and developer introductions, which is also true. So, this is also a core challenge. Unless you have a package that you can promote properly and also target people with similar belief systems, this is going to be a problem again. All right. The last one is struggling to productize into tiered service packages that feel premium yet scalable. Again, so luxury market is not usually scalable. Okay, luxury market is what you call a concierge market. It is not scalable. It is not that something you can just sell off on your website or something. Yes, there have to be personal consultations. Yes, and you can have content made in that direction where you do give some useful tips and tricks. But then to productize this thing, you actually have to not tiered services, but you do need some sort of a leverage, and that comes in the form of content. More or less that will come in the form of content. All right, because that is again the first thing that you mentioned was market education gap. So that market education gap is going to exist. Pricing, packaging, productization, lead generation, all of these things you're talking very scientifically. But in marketing your services, you have to focus on the core challenges, which is fighting the belief system. That what you are doing right now is fighting the belief systems. Okay. So, what you want out of this activity today? All right. So, here is where your business starts. Okay. Narrative reframing, luxury science plus ancient Indian wisdom without new age vibe. So, without new age vibe, you cannot do it. Okay. You have to put in some sort of a new age vibe. You see, the trend is healing crystals are very personal, they are not for the house. So, again, another level of discrepancy that you have to work through. And narrative reframing, rather than that, I would again say do a different positioning, not narrative reframing. Hi, Jaspreet. So, narrative reframing is something that you can definitely refer to, but positioning is something you require in this. You have to become a subject matter expert for this. Okay, you have to position yourself as a subject matter expert. That is what will get you high ticket sales. What you have been doing is high ticket sales. Why you hit this challenge right now at this point is because the referrals will run out. Okay, after a while, the references will run out. Developers have a very slow pace, like 6 months to 8 months turnaround timelines, and that is again another problem, that you will get new houses and new consultations only after 6 to 8 months. That is something you have to look into. And for the tiered packages, that what we can suggest is have like 2 to 3 different basically, see, if you are doing vastu for someone, what is the outcome of that vastu or that activity is something you have to define. Entry level, signature, legacy. Signature is something that people use consultations. So signature consultation, then entry level and legacy. So legacy is the highest tier that you use. Entry level is something that people get because they just contacted you or saw your reel. All the content that you make has to be entry level. Okay, all of them, like what crystals to place where, what directions to look into, where should the mirror be placed, and all those things have to be entry level. Okay, so you do not give away too much of knowledge, like useful knowledge, but you give them just enough to hook them. That is something you have to work on. And from what I understand, you do not have a content engine. You do have a lead engine, you have a referral engine, but no content engine. So content engine is something you have to work on. And again, when you're dealing with developers, it is not developers you have to target. You have to target the designers, not the developers. Okay, so remember that developers will definitely give you leads of people, but they will be very different kind of leads. Everyone who comes to buy a house is not necessarily going to do vastu, but architects know exactly who is developing what kind of a house, what kind of interiors. So with architects, especially interior designers, is the kind of people you want to team up with, not the developers. And you also mentioned Indian attars. So now we specialize in attars. I can give you my 2 cents about that. So basically, when you're bundling attars, okay, bundle it with some sort of astrology, because that is only place where you'll get to position attars in a ritualistic way. Otherwise, you're not getting it. What the hell? Ram Ram Bhaijan, what's going on here? Okay, hi Sandeep. We are doing an audit for Priya Malhotra. Okay, her business idea is around Vastu, so we are doing a business audit for her. So, yeah, that is the audit part. The only two things that I can really suggest for you are, one is the positioning yourself in a way where people look at you as the expert in your field. Okay. So when you're talking about wellness as well as rituals, as well as others, as well as Vastu, like these are four very different things, and you do not want to mix them up. Do not mix these four categories up. Specialize in Vastu. Vastu in itself is a very huge niche market where you can generate a lot of cash. Vastu consultations you can also do online. Okay, you can have blueprints and do it online. So there's an entry level that you can do right there. Secondly, position yourself as an expert by creating content. Okay, so more or less you are fighting a crowd where people are already online and they are already generating a lot of content around Vastu, around rituals, and there's a lot of free stuff available. So if there's a luxury buyer, which I'm assuming is not, but if there is a luxury buyer who is searching online, they will go for content. The trust that develops is through the video, the medium, and the knowledge. Okay, so you have to give out knowledge online where they can start trusting you. That is the first step in business, for this kind of business especially, because this is belief system business. So that is one. And then the second part is you have to create those 3 tiers. Okay, so the entry level we already spoke about. The signature is where you go in and you do it yourself. That is do it yourself kind of a thing. And the legacy business is where you have other consultants with you and you do it in multi tiers. Like first stage is survey. Second tier is understanding the person themselves using astrology or whatever that you want, and the third tier is actually helping them position things, get them authentic stuff, authentic crystals, authentic artwork, authentic, like the authentic word has to be there for legacy, especially with HNIs, the authenticity has to be there. So that is something you can inculcate but not really rely on still. Okay. And then you Okay, and you can also have orgone crystals or something. If you are already doing it, then good. But orgone crystals are the new age. Like here, you have written that you want to get away from the new age stuff, make it more heritage. But please understand the guys and girls today are new age. So orgone crystal, orgone energy, pyramid, wind catchers, dream catchers, all these things are new age things, and you have to incorporate these things also. So this is something you have to look into. Create the clear packages. Obviously, what you mentioned about pricing and packaging inconsistent, there is no inconsistency in the packaging. It is Vastu, it's a consultation, it's a creative and belief system consultation, so you have to really focus on that. One thing I would suggest is please join some course on psychology. I know you're good at what you do. Okay, I'm not doubting that, but I need you to join a course on psychology so you understand how to bridge that gap between what people think and what people do, and why people think and why people do. So this bridge is going to be your psychology, not just the belief system, not just the rituals. Yes, they will work out, but psychology has a big part to play in this. uh, and reframing is not required, positioning is required in this. Can we join it as well? Execution on high level consultations. Yeah, delegation and everything. So yeah, I think that covers it all. Priya, you have a very good business, very good turnaround. The start is has been very good. 48 lakh rupees revenue is very good to start off with. That's almost half, around $50,000, 50 to $60,000, which is a very good number for a 14-month-old company. It's a very good number. Okay, and this also shows that people have faith in you. People have started trusting you. So yes, you can go ahead with this business model. To expand it further, you will need a lot of content. Trust me on this. Go, like, even I feel you might have consulted a lot of YouTube channels. That is what people do, and especially long form content. Do not fall in the trap of shorts. Do long form contents. Okay, like, you really have to zero in on explaining what you wrote yourself, education. So you have to tell them exactly this. And the missing piece here with the rituals and the energies and everything is the psychology. So you have to really make them understand what is the psychology behind what you're telling them, how it will benefit them. You can also measure before and after energy signatures, before and after results. There are certain astrology consultants that we have dealt with. They actually go to your bank account. They actually take your bank account, they give the numbers in the bank account, then they give you the consultation, and then they ask you to measure the after results of those consultations. So after the consultation, what happened? Before the consultation, what was the number? After consultation, what was the number? 6 month time, 3 months time. So they actually do a very rigorous study of you, like your bank account, your lifestyle, your, all those levels. They do that. Even numerology consultants do that, this, like, nowadays. So if you're breaking into this, it's a very good thing. Okay. Hmm. All right, so this was for Priya. All right, if you have any other doubts, you can definitely write back to me. You can post your comments also on this, so I'll reply to that. So this was our consultation number 2. And about the business outcomes that you want with us, I would suggest don't, because what you already have going is beautiful. You do not need any third party in this. Okay, do not need any third party. Package yourself well. At a certain point, yes, we can give you the consultation links. You can join us with the marketing part. We can help you with that. But other than that, you're going very good. You're doing very well. And yeah, one more thing that you can add to this is Muhurat. Okay, so if you are doing the Indian Vedic stuff and the others thing, you can also give them Muhurat, what they can use. Dipanshu, Ram Ram. Why is everyone Ram Ramming me? Ram Ram Bhaijan was epic. All right. Okay. So this is it for Priya. Next consultation we will have tomorrow will be for Kabir Qureshi, which is Al Noor Atelier, which is based in Mumbai. Their industry is bespoke signature scents. Okay, again, you are from perfume. I am expecting people to come from perfume industry, obviously. But then you are also into creating attars. So you are basically a competition for, no, not a competition, you're a brand. Okay. So that is fine. That is fine. Okay. And you have started 2.5 years ago. That is also good. Okay, this guy is going to be interesting tomorrow. So guys, stay tuned. All right, live session is over. Just Pritesh, hi bro. Welcome back, JP. Okay, Jaspreet. I just call you Jaspreet. Hello, hello. What's up? Yeah, so we are doing business consultations on live. So this was the second consultation that we did for the season, and we have 8 more to go. Yeah, because I am far away, and it did sound like Jaspreet, and I am affected by Dhurandhar still. So Jaspreet reminded me of Jaspreet. So, hi Pritesh and Sandeep, Dipanshu. Thank you guys for joining in. I think we are done with the session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me live right now. Yeah. All right. So, this was for Priya Malhotra. I hope you have certain questions answered. And to develop the consistency and the coherence, you have to work on the coherence, and that's it. Positioning and coherence. All right. That's awesome. That's awesome, Pritesh. We will have another one tomorrow, so you can join in again. All right. All right, guys. This is the 20-minute mark. We are done with the live session. If you guys have any questions, I'll take it for the next 1 minute, or else we are done. Yeah, Pritesh, you too. Take care. And that's it. All right, guys, we are at the end of the session. If you have any further queries, you can put them in the chat, in the comments now, because the chat is over. And we'll come back tomorrow with Mr. Qureshi, and let's wait for it another 12 hours.